Welcome to High Top Sports Network. My name is Joe Rhoades. Joining me today is the newly minted Kiski Area head coach, Corey Smith. Corey, thank you as always for making the time and hopping on to join us here in High Top Sports Network.
Oh, yeah. Glad to be back. Glad to be working with you again, Joe, in the High Top Sport Network. You guys do a great job. I'm ready to roll the season with you guys.
Yeah, I didn't need to hear it from you to know that you're ready to roll. That's just kind of your mentality. So, with that said, how excited are you to get back into it? Obviously, the last time we saw you on a court, you were in the state playoffs, back-to-back state playoff appearances during your last 2 years at Leechburg area. Took a little hiatus, but back at your old stomping grounds at Kiski Area. Just kind of take me through that and how that feels.
Oh, the energy. I mean, like you said, I'm bringing the energy every practice. I believe it is the guys are feeding off of me. They really are, and they're buying into what we're trying to do. They're buying into, my system. They're buying in that, hard work does pay off. They're buying in that, I'm the coach, they're the player. They're buying in that, we don't talk back to the refs, and that, if you have a question, it's sir, man. Just the little stuff that's going to turn into the big stuff for them, for not only the court but off the court in life. And it's a great thing to be back at Kiski Area.
You kind of said it there, but if you could elaborate a little bit more, you talk about some of the things and your expectations and what items and things that are visible within your program. For the folks that didn't get to see you maybe at Leechburg area and kind of see your style, describe what your style is. Describe, what your tact is and what kind of brand of basketball you're trying to put out on the court night in and night out.
We're just going to come and we're going to play hard. We're going to be prepared. We're going to know your game plan. As our opponents, we're well prepared. We're going to watch film like crazy as a team. I'm going to watch film, but it's just that energy that I believe that they didn't have the past, in the past at Kiski Area, to where they need to be proud of the name on the front. They need to be proud of, that all the community is behind us and beside us and in front of us, that they are, happy to see us back, and it's so unfortunate, last year that only 2 parents were allowed in the games. That COVID hit hard last year, man. And it was quiet in the gyms. It was very quiet, as just, me and my wife was the only person allowed to support my son at Kiski Area last year. And it was hard. I was in the stands. But I still had that vision, that pride of being a Cavalier growing up and being from around here. But now I'm on the other side again, and it's go time.
Again, it's got to be special. Going back to your alma mater, a place where you did so much for the program as a player, and now you get a chance to contribute, as you said, on the other side of things. But tell me a little bit about this team. Obviously, I have no doubt you guys have been at it here, hitting it hard, especially now with a week leading up to the schedule. But tell me a little bit about your team, what we can expect from them as far as personnel, skill strengths, and things of the sort.
We're very long. My son will be starting at the point guard. He's 6'3" now, legit 6'3", as a junior. Then I have, my 2 and 3 are sophomores. But they had got a lot of time last year. Isaiah Gonzalez and Jason Flynn, they're going to be sophomores. But like I said, they had a lot of experience and their confidence is through the roof, and they're only sophomores. And then, at my 4, it's going to be Joe Lucas. He was the kid that he had went to Kiski Prep last year. He played at Kiski freshman and sophomore year. Last year he had went to Kiski Prep, and now he's back with Kiski Area again. But he is an instant leader. He'll be a senior, instant starter, instant captain. I think that the kids will vote for whenever we do that. But he is, Joe's an all-around player. I'm looking for big things for him. And then at the 5, we'll have James Pearson. He's the guy he's the energy guy. He's Coach Corey on the court. Right. As far as bringing that energy, putting guys in the right spot. He's getting so better at being the leader. Then we'll have, Dylan Hutcherson, Logan Johnson, the quarterback, Braden Dunmeyer. Those are 3 seniors. Well, Dom Danino, another junior. I can keep going. Owen Pearson, that's about 10 deep for us. And I think we can really go about 10, 11 deep, and just be up tempo, lots of pressure on teams, and just wear you down. But also we can slow it up. I haven't forgot about the blue work and the which is the 2-3 and the 3-2 defense that Coach Hutch, it was famous at. He was famous for the 32 defense. But so we'll still have that Fort City Armstrong playbook at Kiski Area now.
Yeah, now that you bring it up, I have to ask, how much have you kind of consulted Greg throughout this process? Greg Hutcherson is who we're speaking of, the former Armstrong Riverhawks basketball coach, a guy that I know you were so very close with, and that basketball is a huge bond of yours. How much influence has he kind of given out now that you are the head coach, and not just your alma mater, but his alma mater as well?
Right. I mean, we talk every day, whether it's a text, whether it's a phone call, whether it's him picking his son up after practice, us just talking after practice and stuff, whether it's him coming in the gym where he is invited and welcomed at any time. So we talk every day. Just advice that he would give me to, stay humble, Corey, stay, just do your best and be ready to go, which I know you will be.
Absolutely. You mentioned it earlier. One identity and one way you identify your team is a team that's going to watch a lot of film. So that would lead me to believe a lot about some of the teams that are going to be on this Kiski area schedule here in 2021 and 22. So tell me about maybe your section, some of the bigger matchups, and kind of take us through your schedule quickly and what you know about the teams that will appear on it.
Well, I know we don't have a home game until December 21st.
Right.
But we have, our tip-off tournament next Friday, December 10th. We have Eden Christian. That's an early game, 3:30. Then on Saturday, we will play hopefully the winner out of Borough and Homer Center. That'll be the nightcap game. Then, we come up to Armstrong, December 14th. That's going to be bittersweet as well. Coach Bruce is on the other side. I got my man Caden Olson up there. I'm so proud of everything that he's doing this year. I had Caden at top level since he was in fourth grade, and I watched him grow over the years, and I'm not surprised of everything that's happening to him right now because he stayed humble. He's a great kid. But then we go back to the schedule. Then we are at Franklin Regional for our first section game that Friday night. Couple other teams, holiday tournament. Then our first home game is actually versus McKeesport. Then we're going to have a holiday tournament, the 28th, 29th, and 30th, which is all going to be at home with our girls. So those are going to be big 3 days for us, for our community, for our school, for the boys and girls to go, back to back and have 6 games there at home, 3 days in a row. And our opponents will be Knock, York, and Ligonier Valley. A couple other things I see, the thing about the schedule, Kiski Area, new coach, Woodland Hills, new coach, Franklin Regional, new coach, McKeesport, new coach. So you can watch the film from last year and it might be some of the players and stuff, but that's going to be a whole different system.
Yeah.
So it's maybe getting, to know the players on the film. That it's really, you really can't say, well, because you don't know what they're going to do. So right. I think our section is going to be very competitive. I know that, because I do know the coaches, Coach Eugene at Woodland Hills, Coach Jesse Reed at Franklin Regional. I forget the McKeesport coach, but I do recognize him when I see him. But our, Giles, at Penn Hills and Latrobe, I forget the head coach's name as well, but I know Mr. Butler, the assistant coach. But he, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see when, that night comes, because it's going to be different because they're not going to know what Kiski Area is going to be doing either until they see us and we see them. So it's going to be a battle, and it's going to be fun. And I can't wait.
Do you feel like maybe the crop of new coming coaches you just mentioned maybe have a little bit of an advantage over the guys that might have been there? Meaning, the coaches in your section that have been there, you might know a little bit more about their program. You know what the coaching style is going to be. You know the returning players. So you're able to piece that together maybe more so than a McKeesport, Franklin Regional. So with those names in mind and yourself, do you feel like you guys have maybe a slight advantage that, teams only have you have your roster, but they maybe don't know what Kiski Area is going to put out there in the court as far as style and, the type of play and the tempo?
The only thing about 5A basketball, you got to put your film on Huddle.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that, so that they can go on and see it, and then we're going to be able to do that as well. But it's like you can only watch so much film. You know what I'm saying? You can only prepare your players so much, but the players have to buy into what the game plan is and go out and execute. And that's what I believe that I'm pretty good at, is the X's and O's parts of the basketball game, of preparing, of managing the game. And like I said, being prepared is one of my big things. I just want to give too much away, Joe. I just want to get ready to just go.
You're good, my man. Yeah. I'll leave you with this one, Corey. I always ask this question. It's pretty open-ended, but Kiski Area will be successful this year if
we stay humble, if we come to practice every single day and play like it's game-like. You can't take days off. You have to approach every practice as is your last practice, as is your last game. You got to play hard, because we're on a mission, and you can either sink or swim with us. But we're going to swim. Okay. We're going to swim. We're going to work hard. And if we rebound, is one of my big things too. If we rebound and if we stay together and know it's the name on the front and not on the back, Kiski Area is going to be very successful.
Well, we like hearing that, because Kiski Area obviously going to appear on High Top Sports Network several times here throughout the winter, both the boys and girls program. So Coach Smith and his team will be on your screen often this winter here on High Top Sports Network. Corey Smith, head coach, Kiski Area, thank you so much as always for making the time. You're always courteous, always going out of your way to make sure that you help us out, and we couldn't appreciate you and your efforts any more than we do. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll be talking to you soon.
Absolutely. That's head coach Corey Smith, Kiski Area boys basketball, joining us here on High Top Sports Network. Until next time, we'll see you then.